All right, we are live on Facebook again. Here at TNT Well Services Points Event number 5. This is Points Event 4, final round from last Saturday night. Kyle Kidder from Frankfurt. Kidder Electric. Kirby's Backhoe Service and Lumberjacks Bar. 782 for the Camaro. Keith Helsel from Lake City for the Daniels Racing Engines. Chevy 2, that was a 644, $1,000 for the winner of this race. Let's have our bracket 1 final. Mike Stokes and Steve Mikas to the staging lanes for your final round as well. This is your bracket 2 final from last Saturday night. What round is it? 7th round. We got through 6 rounds of Fast and Furious racing action before the thunderstorm hit us. And here's your final. 005 for Kyle Kidder. 163 from the right lane. Big advantage here for Kyle. He had a 005 light, and he takes the $1,000 win with a 788, 82 miles per hour. Takes the win by 1900 to the finish line. So your Points Event 4 winner in Absolute Auto Repair Bracket 2 is Kyle Kidder. And the baby will be here anytime, we're being told. He wasn't sure if he's going to make it. Bria says that is basically about our due date for their son. Got out here and got the $1,000 win. So we got our bracket 1 final, making their way up to the stage lanes. We got Mike Stokes in the stage lanes. Got the Happy Gilmore checks, the oversized checks. Thanks to Sandy's Harley Davidson. We'll be going to the winners of these races. Also the winners in our classes here tonight. Great turnout here tonight. Last I heard we had over 55 entries in bracket 2. About 25 in bracket 1. Anyway. Pro Trophy, about 50. 49 according to our printout. 56 in bracket 2. Excellent turnout here at Points Event number 5. Also, let's have Force Engineering Juniors, round number 1 to the staging lanes for Points Event 5. Force Engineering Juniors, round 1, bring them up.
You see where the fence goes that way? Yep. That way? That's only half the run. He goes to 90 mile the other way. Almost all the way down. Now you can see it.
All right, we got our 6th round final here. Pro Systems bracket 1. Both drivers knowing what lane they want. Mike is taking the all automotive lane, Stokes in the Hikas Performance lane. $1,000 for the winner of this race coming up. $300 runner-up. And they'll wrap up our racing from last Saturday night. Well, that was a long delay between semifinals and finals. Once again, we need our juniors to start making their way up to the lanes. Systems Bracket 1, $1,000 final from points event number 4. Steve Mikas from Ashley, 90 Spitzer Dragster, 540 cubic inches. He dials a 526 here in the All Automotive lane. The opponent, Hikas Performance Lane, Mike Stokes from Calava, the 72 Challenger. For Stokes Auto Repair, the Mopar dials in with a 558. Double 08 for Mikas, 018 for the door card. A win going Steve Mikas, 528 on the 526. He had a double 08 winning reaction time, takes the win by 15 thousandths of a second. Stokes was right there with the 018, but ran 300 off. Loss. A great bracket 1 final. Steve Mikas, the champion at points event number 4. We got a couple of time trials here for our drivers that didn't get an ET slip on their last time trial bracket 1. Just time trials. Robbie Gerben take on Steve Gerbach. Left lane 110 miles per hour, 636 right lane at 110 also.
Those 3 winners to come up for pictures.
So if we could have those 3 class winners come on up for
Going to
pictures, you're more than welcome to come up to the winner's circle.
Then it delete the records from the last race.
It would be Bob Bushin, Kyle Kidder, Steve Mikas. Kind of cool running some final rounds here in the bright daylight. Usually it's about midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning when we run those finals. A lot of our early to bed, early risers, that's the first time I've ever seen a final round.
Are you doing an anthem?
Yeah.
At 7?
Thanks, Len. So last call with our juniors. Last call with Force Engineering Juniors. Who's our bye runner back?
Cody Marlott.
Cody Marlett, drawn for the bye. Who's the other bye run? Also, our other bye runs today.
And what a couple different that.
Once again, congratulations, Bob Vandewater. You had a triple O on your first time trial and won yourself a pizza thanks to Cicero's Pizza and 137 South Interlochen. 1 free large, 1 item pizza. Other bye runs. Once again, here in juniors, it's Cody Marlett, Street Trophy, Dan Peterson, P747, Dan Peterson, Street Trophy. Bracket 2, K708, Kyle Kidder. How's that work out? He just won. He doesn't need a bye run. Luck of the draw, right? So Kyle Kidder, your bracket 2 bye run. Pro Trophy bye run, 7259, James Persinger. And your bracket 1 bye run is Scott Erickson, S383 Camaro. Looks like we got our juniors up, getting ready to go. But before we begin tonight's racing action, once again, thanks everyone for coming out. Thanks for participating in our award ceremony there. New inductees into the Michigan Motorsports Hall of Fame, Tom and Sharon Ledford. Great ceremony, giving them the great news. That was awesome. Great to have everybody out there and sharing that moment with us. But before we get tonight's racing action here in Force Engineering Juniors at points event number 5, we'd like to ask everyone to please stand for the playing of our national anthem. God bless America. Let's go drag racing. Can't ask for any better weather than this. Maybe it could be a little cooler, but we'll take it for sure. Computers ready, and we're ready to go. First round racing action. Force Engineering Junior Eliminator. Patrick Horace, your points leader here in the junior class. East Jordan Junior Dragster for all performance fuels. Taking on the 2007 entry right side. The Soul Seeker Racing Team for the Murphys. 2067 is dial in. First pair of juniors here at points event number 5. Long spot here. Junior Dragster past the better light, 147. Down to the finish line is going to get by. Right lane got their first breakout, left lane taking the win on a double breakout, 8:18 on the 8:19. Right lane was under by about a half a second. Next up, Gannon Doherty from Honor, the front engine Junior Dragster, 1225 dial up, taking on Isaac Mikas. The 9-year-old, Steve Mikas Racing. Out of Bear Lake. 1250 dial-in.
When do they do all the ceremonies and stuff?
November. Yeah. It'll be November 6th around there or something. I'm like, good, it doesn't occur with deer hunting. Isaac Mikas is going to lead first here just by 25 hundredths of a second. Better light going to the front engine Junior Dragster. 134 to a 260 reaction time. This is going to be a win for the left lane on a double breakout. 1224 at 54 miles per hour. Gannon Doherty moving on. Here's Emma Helsel. Touch of the pits. Let's have Latka going Street Trophy. Street Trophy racer. Bring him up to round 1. breakout win going right lane, left lane. Boy, that's close to the finish line. 2 thousandths of a strike. Double breakout win going the right side. And Hunter Sanford from Ludington. Left lane with an 802 dial in. Taking on Hunter Cesaro, Battle of the Hunters. East Jordan. Cesaro Motorsports, 15,1164. He's leaving first, right side. He's on 070. So that plays the better one. Once again, Street Trophy, bring him up. He's going to be in left lane, 822 on the 802. Right lane got there first and broke out. Here's the Evil Twin. John Root from Mint, 9 flat dial in here in the all automotive lane. Taking on Jade Peterson. Bentwater, Peterson Farm Kids. C. Peterson is unsponsored entry. Bentwater, 988 dial in. Better light going John Root, the Evil Twin, left lane out in front. Got there first and broke out, right lane taken, 78. Lots of breakouts going on here in juniors. Lexi Sanford, left lane, 1355 dial in. Got Vandewater. John Deere, tractor, modified machine. 21-second dial in, right side. Oh, right lane rolling through stage. We bump through, that's a red light. Left lane. Also she didn't even leave before the amber, so it's a red light. Right. Left lane also red light, but it was a right lane. Not even starting the timer, so left lane takes a win there, 1421 to 44 miles per hour. Here is the 090 entry, Tessa Levier, Julia River, Ontario, Canada. Great with a 9 flat dial in, taking on Cody Marlette from Bailey, 856 dial in. For the complete auto repair and Marlette Racing Team. Oh, 8280. The advantage going to the all automotive lane, finish line. All automotive lane got there first and broke out. 1/1000th the difference on that double breakout. Both racers 200s under their dial ins. Left lane was with a 7, right lane with an 8. So that means the right lane broke out by 1/1000th less. That's why the right lane win light came on. Yep. So we're ready to go into a street trophy. Moscow Heating and Cooling Street Trophy round 1. Up and ready to go. Last call, Street Trophy racers. Street Trophy needs to be dialed 8 seconds or slower. Yep, we're ready to go. Here they come. First pair Street Trophy, we've got a couple of our young racers. Allie Van Noller from Scottville, 79 Mustang. She dials in with the Ford at 950. Take on Emily Fluette from Interlaken, 84 Monte Carlo SS. 350 small block. A 945 dial in for Emily. First pair Street Trophy. Here at points event number 5. Anybody's race. Both racers up 120, 140. Finish line, it's going to be Emily Fluette, 955 on the 45. 1100 margin victory. Going to the Chevy. Ford versus Ford. Jason Watt with a Taurus from Bear Lake, 910 dial in. Tyler Jones, 90 Mustang from Thompsonville. Cranky Racing, 9 flat dial, 10 hundredths, 1/10. Spot here for the Taurus.
That's 691.
So the Taurus got the big jump on the light there. 1300 advantage, 07208. Should be a win for the Taurus. Right on the dial in, 910. That's 78. Yeah, 1300s advantage. Covered by 1800s. Lucky for him, didn't break out. Dead on the dial to 3. There's Russ Culver's 64 pickup from Free Soil. 1055 dial in. Gary Stevens from Thompsonville. 70 Nova, the Mordor machine for Dennis Stevens. 810 dial in.
They agreed to do 40, then 40, right?
It's going to be the pickup leaving first. Nice light there. Oh, another good one. We've got a dead heat off the line. Russ Culver or Gary Stevens. Who's got it dialed in? It's going to be Gary Stevens. 815 on the 810 as the truck got there first and broke out by 400ths. Gary Stevens was probably a classmate to Tom Ledford. About the same era, right? School about the same time. Melissa Hendrickson, left lane, goes red. Hands went over to the right lane to pick him up truck. What's that? He's a youngster?
Brother-in-law for a while.
1075 on the 1050. The right lane truck taking the win. I'll try and hug you.
Forgot about that part.
There's Tom Hansen, Mopar, 74 Dart, 920 dial in. So what we're trying to say is that Tom and Gary probably used to play some video games together back in the day. They used to get together and do some league and whatever. Dungeons and Dragons. Mark Dossie, right lane Firebird. 8 flat dial in. Our left lane. 38 to 77 miles per hour. Here's Ron Carpenter from Mansalona, 70 Chevelle. 825 dial in. Lonnie Puffer. Calava, 79 Mustang for Calava Auto Repair. 826 to dial in for Lonnie. We're about heads up. Ah, you saw the Ford got the big jump on the light on that pair. 36 to 79 miles per hour. Lonnie Puffer moving on to round 2.
I don't know.
Also remind our racers, if you lose first round, you're eligible to buy back into the action.
No. I brought it up here.
Go out the front gate and re-enter. Here's Dan Rubel, 95 Ranger, taking on Bob Bushin, 75 Malibu. Bushin was our winner in points event number 4. Street Trophy. He also took the Pro Trophy win. Moving on here, the 137 reaction time. I believe Bob has 2 wins in Street Trophy, so I don't believe he's going to be able to get more than 1 more win.
He runner up in the street trophy last week.
Well, he's running the Street Trophy, so he didn't get the win last week. So anyway, got the win there first round. Here's Matt McKinley from Sault Ste. Marie, 98 Trans Am for Linex of Sault Ste. Marie, 920 dial in. Taking on Linda Jacobs for the Making Memories race team. Racer from Brother, now 967 with that Blazer. This will be a win for the Blazer. Red light start for Matt McKinley. That's the right lane at 970. At 70 miles per hour. 025 red light for McKinley. Here's another McKinley design entry for Line X of Sault Ste. Marie. Taylor Lee, 2014 Silverado. Staying on the 518 entry right side, a 1030 dial in. Hagar race team. 4-door Chevy Impala. Got a dead heat off the line. Chevy. The left lane taken at 10:35 on the 10:35, 69 miles per hour. 700 margin of victory going to the truck on that pair. Here's the April Ray Photos entry. Got Drool Racing, 89 Camaro. Jimmy Thomason from Bear Lake. Dials in with the 970. Taking on the X12 entry, Mark McPherson. 985 dial for a little 4x4 Ford truck.
Like one Toyota, no, it's 27. 26.
That'd be a win for Jimmy Thomason. McPherson, 048 red light.
Yeah, 1065.
Taking it right on the dial for Thomason, 970. Here's entry 1050. Lane, no info on that one. 7641 is the entry number, actually. The Ford truck taking on the Toyota Tundra, 1065 dial right side. Attention to the pits, let's have bracket 2 racers. Auto repair, bracket 2. Bring them up.
This one's too. Oh. Yours told me the wrong one, so.
Better light going left side. Right lane out front, break it out. Left lane getting the win. The Ford takes the win, left side. Right lane got there first, was out ahead, but went under its prediction.
Told me the Toyota.
Break it out.
25, 825.
Left lane Chevy pickup, Silverado, four-door.
It's street trophy.
The 1001 dial in. Take on the X80 entry right side with an 825 dial in. Close on the lights here, 350 to 30. Looks like the Malibu going to go on by. Didn't get there, they'll break it up. It's the Malibu X80 taking the win. 843 to 86. Chevy Malibu gets the win in that pair. And here's a buy run for Dan Peterson. Gary Stevens has the best light of the round. Entry 74 had an 071 winning light. So Gary Stevens is your new buy run holder. And 80 miles per hour. Breaking out on the 63, but gets the win because that was a buy run. All right, Absolute Auto Reserve bracket 2. Racers running for $1,200 to win tonight. Andy Grundy says, "Yay, Emily, must run in the family." Lynn Recker says, "Shout out to my son, Carl Schmidt Jr." JT Anderson says, "Hi, Jim Moore." Coming out here in Absolute Auto Repair bracket 2, running for $1,200 to win tonight. Big turnout, over 56 entries last I knew. Might be at 60. Travis Marlin left lane, the S10 for Rich Marlin race cars. A 708 dial in, all on both sides. Mark Daniels the opponent. 614 dial in for the Camaro, 86 out of South Boardman. Start for Daniels, 005 on the red side. Win for Marlin here. He has an 036 on the 707 on the 708. Next up, Kevin Green, 33 Altered. The Headhunter for Pizza Plus and Cadillac. 641 dial in. Taking on Scott Healy, Indian River, 78 Monza. 1000 to 639. much. It's going to be a win for the Headhunter, 642. As Right Lane got their first broke out. Jason Watt back up with that Taurus out of Bear Lake, 907 now for the Taurus. Wayne Henschel, 79 Camaro from Harrison, 731 dial in. Sounds like Hogan's right down here running, waiting for a draw. First broke out by 300s. The Taurus takes the win, 2 above the number. Jason Watt moves on to round 2. Here's Ron Hagar, 95 Caprice. Left lane out of Clark Lake, 1033 dial in. And Brian Vandervest, 79 Camaro. Ludington, 8 flat dial in. Better ball going to Hagar. Left lane, 056 to a 322. Here's the Gone Green Mustang, Joe Smith. Traverse City, 93 Mustang, 642 dial in. Take on Martin Moore. The Little River Casino Resort sponsor, 71 Nova SS from Manistee. Old School Machine, dial 730. Or number 6 on the point. Chevy 732 on the 30. Takes the win by 13 thousandths. Win going Chevrolet. Here's Gary Buck Howell, 72 Monte Carlo, Beulah, 770 dial in. Take on Paul Adamatus, 65 Mustang from Idlewild, 670 dial in. 1 second handicap start here for Buck, 2 bolts in the street. Ford goes red. 75 on the 770, takes the win with an 032 reaction time. Gary Buck coming from the east side, here's Mike Hogan from Benzonia, 66 Belvedere for Asbestos Demolition Service and L&M Trust. A 610 dial in. Take on Andy Chester, 78 Sunbury. This is our first ever matchup from a car coming from the west, or east side versus west side. Better ball going to the west sider, 58 to a 162. Finish line. It's going to be the right lane taking later. Andy Chester of the 058 winning line. Run it dead on to win. Here's Andrew Heinig. Left lane Dodge Dart. 772 dial in. Taking on Scott Erickson, 69 Camaro. Darren McChesney and Brian Vlasic. Darren from Reese with the Bad Habit Machine, 664. Team High Precision taking on the 7 Dart. Brian Vlasic. Anybody's race, slight advantage McChesney. Right on the dial, 657 with a 1, dead on 1, taking the win at 103. Left lane was 1 off for the loss. What a race. 6,000th margin of victory going to Vlasic. Next up, Gary Wood, 83 Spirit from Manistee, 695 dial in. Scott Allen from Mesig, 69 El Camino, 709. Better ball going to. And Baron Dragster, 632. Chevy powered machine taking on the 69 Camaro, Stacy Bigelow. Stacy Bigelow Trucking, race around a man. 608 in the Hikus Performance Lane. Red light. 35 to 106.
When I first turned mine, I was putting a bunch of jailbreaks. When they went across the finish line, I turned it out and stuff. But
Dave Osborne, 67 Camaro for Saddle Up Gas and Grocery. Left lane. Dials in with a 727. Race around Bear Lake. Taking on Paul Kennard, Cadillac. Pizza Plus. Pontiac Firebird. The Pizza Rocket dials in with a 718. Osborne, 70 light, running above the dial. Takes the win, 732, 96 miles per hour. Saddle Up, Camaro. Moving on to round 2. There's Al McChesney, Team High Precision Plymouth. 67 Belvedere 2 from Freeland. 649 dial in. Taking on Steve Kerbach. 67 Camaro. Pairing up the 67s. Mopar versus Chevy. Mopar got the big jump there. 089 to 241. 10th advantage left lane. Finish line is the left lane. Mopar. Takes the win by a 10th. Here's Dave McChesney, another Team High Precision Plymouth out of Saginaw. The 70 Duster with the Mopar dial 663. Taking on the Ford. 72 Maverick, Louis Gravel from Reed City. 714 dial in. 347 Ford for power. He's going to lead first here. About a half a second, one bulb in the tree. Right side, 500. 7 on the 63 as the Ford got there first and broke out. Had the ball, but got there first by 1300s, covering too much strike. Here's Bob Vandewater, 71 Challenger, Cadillac, left lane. Mopar dials a 677. Taking on Perry Daniels, 85 Trans Am, South Portland, for Daniels Racing Engines. Lucky Enough Farm and Pops Loose Moose. 659 in the Hikus Performance Lane. I mean, Mopar lead first here, but a little over a 10th. He had him by 3 on the tree. Margin of victory 3. All on their action time. Same above their dial. Here's Stephen Brett, 89 S10 for Brethren. Between Performance. C. Peterson and Sons. The S10 now 661 in the all automotive lane. Taking on MX90. That's Corey Mikas. Right lane. Running the El Camino. The 729 dial in. Tearing up the pickups. Better leg woman Corey Mikas. Double 07. 45 finish line. He got there first, broken out by a 10th though. Left lane taking it on a double breakout. Stephen Brett gets it. Double 07 had the advantage going to the El Camino, but he got there first, broke out by about a 10th. Here's Bill Kulak, 86 Monty SS from Interlaken. 765 dial-in. Number 2 in the points. Also, we got another shout out to Marlatt Racing from Tim and Roxanne Weber. Here's Dale Marlin, 63 Falcon from Bear Lake. 4,000 with a 585, and it's all Ford. 532 cubic inches of big Ford power. Taking on Brian Peterson, 65 Chevelle from Lucky Forest Products, Box 6 Drugstore team. Rick left points. He's got a little 34 reaction time, good light, but a little bit better for the Ford left lane 016. It's going to be a win left lane 587. 15 thousandths margin of victory. Difference in reaction time was 16 thousandths. There's Jim Sniver, 93 Firebird for J&D Marine Power Sports Cadillac. Jim from Manton, that was 536. Tim Merrick from Belmont. 65 Falcon for Defendant Computer Repair at Manistee. The Ford was 755. We've got a dead heat off the line. Double 08 left lane, 012 right lane. Finish line is going to be the Firebird 537 out of 36. As the Ford comes their first double 08 to an 012 on those reaction times. Does the Ford run too quick though? There's Rob Durbin. 11 Performance, S10 from Brother, a 623 dial in. They got Josh Corley. 06 Harley V-Rod from Fremont. Sandy. 17 left lane. 65 lane. Run a double breakout. 620 to 109. That was close at the finish line. 1 thou at the stripe. But the bike broke out by worse.
Everybody's picking up, sun's getting off the track.
Yep, as that sun goes down, so do the ETs. 69 AMX from Manistee. AMC 2007-10. Think I'm Bill Schmidt for 84 Camaro. For Outlaw Race Engines. 557 is dialing. Taking a 722 on the 10. As the right lane got there first, broke out by 1 tenth of a second. 556 on the 57 at 124, covered by 900ths. Too much strike. Gives the win to the AMC. There's Jim Nicolopoulos, St. Helen, 77 Fort Pinto.
660.
They got Scott Overly from Lansing,
That's what I got.
79 Malibu, the 721 dial in. Thanks, Phil. A bunch of others for sharing our live video on Facebook. Here's Rob Cerny, 2015 Challenger from Bel Air Auto Repair, Auto Value Certified Service Center. They got Danny Angel, C. Peterson, that's on the Trucking Excavating, New Era Racecraft, Custom Metal Specialty sponsor, Mustang. Ford has the light advantage here. Monte Carlo from Harrison, a 716 Island for the full Monty. They got Gary Bowman, right lane, Camaro, the Hot Rod Machine for Shorty Nubs Racing, Bowman Racing, Bessie Ox Trucking, from East Tawas, the 757 Dialect. Gary Bowman, number 7 in the points. John Hamilton, number 27. Take the win, left lane, 17 miles per hour. Problems with the Camaro, I'd say. This is fresh. Next up, Rick LaRock, left lane, 69 Dart from Beulah, 640 dial in. Taking on Cliff Martlett, Calaba, 622 dial in. 81 Camaro. Better ball going Chevy. Finish line, this is Chevy taking it. 626 on the 22. 400 margin of victory going Chevrolet. What's the E85 again? Not a computer. S10 number E85 left lane with an 850 dial in. Taking on Rob Vandewater. Dodge right lane pickup. Pairing up the pickups here. Beeman's Towing. An 895 dial in. It's going to be a win for Rob Vandewater. Right lane with 911 on 895. Shout out to Robbie Gervin from Elizabeth Dinkel. Also a shout out to Gary Bowman from Dean Cornfed Vargo. Here's Todd Vaughn, 67 Camaro from Marion. 658 dial in. Got Jason Mikula, 78 Malibu Eagle. Better Light Racing Jason, 35 to 69. Finish line, that's gonna be Racing Jason. 6 off the dial, but took him down to 11th thou in the stripe. Here's Todd, well, that was actually Todd Vaughn. Next pair here, Keith Helsall. Last week's runner-up. Lake City, Chevy 2 Nova, 644 dial in. Helsall coming into the day, number 6 in the points. Oh, we got a rematch of the final. Let's have Pro Trophy. This is the final round that ran just about a half hour ago or so. Kyle Kidder, your new points leader. Right side. Camaro. Sound like that Chevy 2 might be leaving a little lazy there. Converter. So they got some converter issues. Slowing to a 640. So right lane taking the win. It was close. They made it real close to the top end. 784, 6 thou margin of victory going to the Camaro. 6 thou to stripe. He was 4 under on this side. Actually. Yeah.
Might be a little light on the side, wasn't it?
100, you know. So we got our Pro Trophy. Brewster's Coney Island Pro Trophy making their way to the lanes now. There's the Byron there again.
Persinger.
James Persinger, Caddy Fleetwood will have the buy run. There's an odd number of entries in the round. So who was the buy run holder there? Kidder held on to it. Okay, Kidder taking the win there. Holds on to his buy run. It'll be the second round buy run holder.
Choose a Johnson.
You ever reset? You got 7 that beats it?
Yeah, I did right before I got the book panel.
It's going nice and smooth now. So we got our Pro Trophy racers making their way up here now. Now we're ready. Let's have our first pair, Pro Trophy. Thanks, Jason Goss. It's like being at home, he says. And Steve Hurst says, good job, Jason. Talk about racing, Jason, I'm sure. Skidoo Mach Z800 Cadillac, 696 dial in here in the all automotive lane taking on Andy Chester, 78 Sunbird from Caliban with 678 dial in the Pontiac. Red light on the snowmobile for Pontiac. Pontiac dead on the dial. He was dead on the dial in his bracket 2 run as well. Got that Pontiac running some numbers. There's Scott Glinski. They got Drool Racing S10 from Bear Lake for April Ray photos. 904 dial in left side. Pro Trophy matchup here with John Circa. Pops Loose Moose Mineral. Sponsored 86 Camaro from Free Soil. 764 dialing. Red Bull on the truck. Pops loose moose machine gets 770, 89 miles per hour. Here it is, Bob Wilson, 82 S10. Goldmish. For cars. And fabrication machine dials in F820. Eric Podbilski from Cadillac, 94 Polaris XLT, 787 dial in. And it's going to be the left lane taking it though. 829. It's the right lane. Didn't run the number. Here's Jimmy Evans from Benzonia. Fusion Ace Hardware. Buick. At 9 flat dial. Taking on Crazy Grandpa. Ken Wigton. 51 Henry J. 468 big block. 629. Crazy Grandpa breaking out 628 at 109. Dustin Cicero from East Jordan. 89 Chevy S10 for Polar Equator Napa. Mansalona. 719 for the S10. They got Martin Moore. 71 Nova SS. Old school racing machine down 730. Better like going old school. 25 to a 1.7. The finish line, it's going to be old school racing. Martin Moore 732. On to 30, take the lead. Here's Chuck Marlatt from Bailey, 84 Mustang, 624 dial-in for the Ford. For complete auto repair and grant, Marlatt raced the fed machine, that's 624. Taking on Matt Letts, 90 Ford Ranger for men, 350 small block Chevy for power, 813 for Letts. He's leaving first, 2 seconds handicap. Ball going to the Mustang. 68 to a 140. Finish line, it's going to be the Mustang taking on a double breakout. 623 on the 24. Right lane got there and broke out by worse. Chuck Marlatt takes the win. There's Jason Pomeroy from Manistee, 91 S10, 750 dial in. Taking on Dale Martlet, 95 S10. Entry number 1028. Computer says it's Dale. Usually Christina doing the driving there. They win right side. 759, 89 miles per hour for Dale. It's Dale.
And it's some Christina out there, so.
There's Tom Lauber, 71 Camaro from Gaylord, 720 dial in. Taking on Ken Bigelow, 85 S10. Cadillac. 820 dial in. Has the advantage on the light there with the Camaro big time. 030 to a 300 reaction time. Now in front taking the win is Lauber, 731 on 720. Here's David Evans, 72 Monte Carlo from Benzonia, 876 dial in here in the all automotive lane. Taking on Dennis Gilman, 82 Firebird from Bear Lake, the on-fire salute champion. For the bike shop in Olson Road Racing, Muffler Man. We got that heat. Both racers 030. Firebird 733 takes the win by 2 thousandths of a second. Close race. Left lane hit him by 2 on the tree. Right lane hit him by 4. Thou on the track. 2 thou margin of victory going to Pontiac. Here is Joshua Sorensen, 01 S10. Complete auto repair green. 769 dial. Mike Labby, the opponent, sled with 197. Better light going to Josh Sorensen. Finish line, it's going to be Josh Sorensen. Right on the dial in 769 at 87 miles per hour. Darcy Levier, left lane, Goulet River, Ontario, Canada. Up north of Sault Ste. Marie. This Ford truck, 825 dial in. Taking on Jim Bacon. Luther, 79Z28. $616 for the Camaro. Big block 555 Chevrolet. Ford lead first. Here we go. He had a 3/10 advantage off the line and took the win by 3/10. 626 at 100 miles per hour on the brakes. Jim Bacon moving on to round 2. Here's Jimmy Thomason. Camaro out of Bear Lake for April Ray photos. A 970 dial-in. Taking on Pam Henschel, 79 Camaro. Harrison, 729 dial over there. As Henschel went red, 105 red, 124 green, getting the win for the Camaro. White one, that is. Here's the Cranky Racing Dart, 70 Dart. Coltmish, Andy Stevens, 875 dial-in. This is Ken Stevens' daughter.
Yeah, even if you wouldn't have told me that, she looks just like her name.
Mark Smith, the U1 Camaro, Pontiac. Remember Mark Smith from Upland? Mark Smith. Left lane taking it, 876 on the 875. Remember he raced Upland all the time? Was Rich's buddy?
I thought
Mark Smith.
that was a cousin, wasn't it?
Cousin, yeah.
Yeah.
Next up, 1135 left lane, Gary Wood. The AMC Spirit from Manistee. Ooh, we got all Manistee bad later. Ron Mallison from Manistee. The coach. Better ball going to AMC. Not my much. The left lane taking a 698 on the 96. 18,000. Good drag race. Margin of victory going to the AMC. Here's Austin Taylor from Scottsville, 79 Mustang. The 970 dial-in. Louis Gravel from Reed City. 72 Maverick. 704 dial-in. Gravel number 12 in the points. Austin Taylor not on my first sheet here, but he is a points racer. Taking it. Austin Taylor, 980 at 70 miles per hour, 200's margin of victory going to Austin. Here's Bob Bushett, last Saturday night's winner. Finish it up here today. 75 Malibu from Whitehall, the 998 dial-in. Mark Tossi, the opponent, 84 Firebird for Pizza Plus. Racer from Cadillac 1000 with an 812. Turned on the Red Bull. Here's Matt McKinley, 98 Trans Am from Sault Ste. Marie. A 920 dial-in, taking on Rick Jones, 87 Mustang. An 810 dial-in. Better ball going to the Ford. 088 to a 132. Finish line. It's going to be big left lane taking it 9.3. Kingsley. 859 dial in for the Kingsley Cakes machine. Taking on Bob Schultz, 66 Corvair, the Corvator on a Manistee. 406 small block, 663 dial in, and the Hikus Performance Lane. Oh, the wind's dying down a little bit. Cakes Nova. There's Jim Evans, 75 Buick Century. Fortress Security, race out of Benzonia, that was a 964. Taking on Shane Eller, 83 S10 from Harrisville. 850 dial in. What's up?
I got this to show me come up to the tower.
Oh, can you look up this information? While you're... Wow.
That's right.
Riley got there first by 1,000th and broke out. Rolling around. I know you won the race.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Is this, how do you spell it wrong? This?
Should be number 3 somewhere here.
Thanks for that picture too, you guys.
Oh, no problem.
That was a nice picture.
What's the
So here
time?
it is. Is it left lane?
Yep.
C38, okay.
Bradley Anderson, 81 Cutlass from Flint. 79 Malibu goes red. So it's a Flint racer taking a win for Bowman Racing. Flint 075. Good light there. Runs a 786 at 82 miles per hour. Bradley Anderson moving on to round 2. Some flips. Winding down our last few pairs here in our Brewster's 20 on Road Trophy. Rob Cerny taking on Don Oliver here. Mopar versus Chevrolet. Cerny from Bel Air. 2015 Dodge Challenger. Bel Air Auto Repair. Don Oliver for Making Memories race team. Monte Carlo from Brother. Monte Carlo got the jump on the light there. 064. Monte Carlo taking it, 843. Don Oliver gets the win. Attention to the pits, let's have Pro Systems Bracket 1. Pro Systems Bracket 1 to the staging lanes. Here's Ron Carpenter, 70 Chevelle from Mansalona. 825 dial-in, taking on Racing Jason Mikula. 634 dial-in for the Malibu, Lansing Eagle. Better ball to the Malibu, right lane. Taking 683 at 87 miles per hour. Vander Byron for James Persinger. Best light of the round went to Dale Marlin with an 010. Double 05. That was actually the best winning light of the round, but buy run. Yeah, had 2 buy runs in a row. 835 on 38. He'll be back in round 2. So we got Pro Systems Bracket 1 racers making their way up here for round 1 action. Hello, Steve Hurst. Neps, Pennsylvania, watching. Jason Goss from Millington. Mike Spargo, Upper Michigan, Gladstone. Andrea Colombo, Indiana. Thanks all of our viewers here on our Facebook Live. Andrea Colombo from her home in Indiana. She said she had a blast up here at the Dragway over Memorial Day weekend. Abby Sisson says, Nataka loves our bacon. That's a good one. Bertha Nada Lauber. So say hi to Tom Lauber. Steve Hurst says hi, Angie. Tim and Roxanne Weber says way to go, Chuck. Eric Arneal, Nesson City. All right, looks like we got our bracket 1 racers up here and ready to go. So as soon as you can get us a pair here in round 1 racing action, Pro Systems bracket 1, we're ready for them. Point standings, Mike Stokes on top with 100. Bill Fluette tied with Robbie Gervin second with 78 points apiece. Steve Mikas, 4th place. Moved up with his win earlier today. Sky Erickson there in 5th. So we've got our Pro Systems bracket going. Filling up the lanes. Running for $1,000 to win tonight.
Will you be sending her a letter from Dad to tell them?
Yeah. Brandy Brett says hi from James Archibald says shout out to Darcy Olivier. Armin Sanders, 3 more weeks, we'll be back. The North Bay Hydro Seed Diesel up by Petoskey. Should be interesting. Here we go into Pro Systems bracket 1. We got Rich Mardlin from Bear Lake with a dragster for Rich Mardlin Race Engines. The 517 dial in for the long and skinny. 582 powered machine. Bob Cornell, the opponent out of Kingsley. The 78 Monza. Mark Prescott. Here goes red. Over into red light in the win for Mardlin. That's way tight, 25. 517 with a 5 right on the dial, 113. Rich Mardlin moving on to round 2. Here's Travis Mardlin. Following his dad here, left side for Rich Mardlin Race Engines. The Bear Lake S10 707 dial in, taking on Bud Roof. 85 Toyota from East Jordan. For Base Light Logging, All Out Performance Fuels. BC Welding. Gonna be a win for Roof, 005 on the negative side. Right lane taking at 550 on the 49. I believe he's ran 550s in a row here today. 550s, that is. Spitzer Dragster from Ashley. A $1,000 winner from last Saturday night. Sealed the deal here this afternoon. The Dragster. I believe this is maybe a rematch from the semifinals last night, or last week. Gary Lotka was a semifinalist with a 65 Nova from Kingsley for John's Auto. A 667 dial-in. Lotka current at number 7 in the points. Mikas, I believe, number 4. Double 07 red light. Then we lost the losing out as a double 05. With a double 05 winning reaction time for Mikas, he broke out by 4 thousandths. That works out to the man a 1 thou package if you add them together. Eric Johnson, 02 S10 on the left side. Doug Gleason race cars, race right over Necoma, out to 522. David Burbach. Better like going Johnson, 41 to a 6 to the finish line. It's Eric Johnson, 525 on the 20. Hundredths of a second. Next up, this is the dragster out of Traverse City, Al Clark.
Printed out an alien.
I can't read Alien? What's wrong with you?
Oh, I tried. I didn't take that course in college.
Al Clark taking on Travis Milliman. Bracket 1, Pro Systems Bracket 1 battle here, round 1 action. Still got a lot of cards, a lot of action to go. Drivers staging ever so carefully. Truck in first, here we go, dragster stage up. Right lane of 24, left lane of 40, 16 mile advantage. Comes with the dragster, so the S10 takes the easy win at the finish line by 3900ths. Andrew Heinig, Dodge Dart, Interlocket, 774 dial in. Taking on Nolan Blanchard, 84 Monte Carlo SS, Benzonia, the Blanchard Racing Machine. The snap-on man dial 673. Big wheels getting there for Nolan. We've got a dead heat, 31 to a 27. Who's got it dialed in? It's gonna be left lane 74, right through the island for the bar. Right lane got their first broke out by 500. Here's Bill Fluette, 86 Monte Carlo SS. From Interlocket 86 Monte Carlo, down 765, taking on the 72 Challenger, Mike Stokes. Runner up, their last race. And the champ, Max Stokes. On fire. He goes for the 009 red and the win too. Chevrolet taking the win in that pair. Next up, Robbie Gervin from Brethren, 621 dial in for the Tweaked Drag Life S10. Taking on Danny Angel, 86 Mustang. Benoit. We've got a dead heat off the line. Both racers 020s. Who's got it dialed in? I hear some whopping at the finish line. It's Danny Angel right on the dial with a 1, 659 with a 1 at 102. That must have been him doing the whopping. Covered by 23,000 and went dead on 1. I believe he was on a breakout pass, but Judge strike just fine. Mark Mayfield says, go Drew, Nashville, Tennessee. That was Drew taking the win there a bit ago. Andy Sanford said, go Danny. Here's Corey Micus, Bear Lake 68 Camaro. Steve Micus Racing, Thurlby Automotive. And special thanks to Jesus Christ, Lord and Savior. Amen. 613 for the Chevrolet. 68 that is, left lane. Actually, we got a pair of 68s here. Tom Whitaker, Canarian. I was just at the Canarian, putting up a poster this week. They got a triple all for Whitaker. So we on the dial with the 1 with a double 09 light at 113. Right lane was negative triple 09. Red light for the Canary Inn Camaro, taking a loss. Sure, we'll see him back on the buyback. Next up here, left side, Mark Daniels, 86 Camaro. Hard leaving machine, 612 dial in for the South Portman Racers. Frank Piltz, Peterson's Towing, Scheffler Well Drilling, 90 Firebird, the 545 racer out of Cadillac. Let's have Street Trophy, round 2. Start making your way to the staging lanes now, please. Street Trophy for Lafka Heating and Cooling. Street Trophy, bring them up. Ira, Gary Stevens, say the back of the back. 32 to a 20, slight advantage for Frank Piltz. Finish line. As left lane got their first, broke out by 11 thousandths. Piltz moving on to round 2. Taking that win at 549, 132.89 miles per hour. Piltz moving on. Your best winning light of the round is Steve Mikus. Steve Mikus, your new Myra holder. street trophy making the way up here for round 2 action. Scott Erickson taking his bye run. He'll be back in round 2 in Pro Systems bracket 1. And we have our street trophy racers once again making their way for round 2. Once again, Gary Stevens is your bye run holder with the Mordor Nova. Mark Mayfield says, way to go, Frank. Steve Hurst says, good job, Corey. All right, Danny Angel, got your message. Maverick broke again. She's out. Thank you for letting me know. Morgan Ledford. Grandma around? I don't know. Grandma, you around? Morgan wants to find you. Where are you at? All right, street trophy. Round 2 up here and ready to go. Last call, street trophy. Lafka Heating and Cooling Street Trophy, round 2 action. We know of our first round winners and those who lost and bought back. Up here for round 2. Looks like we're ready to go. Let's have our first pair. These little birds.
How many junior reentries, David? I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Well, Morgan wants to know where she is.
I think that was probably about a half hour ago. He sent that message, so she might have went and found it. Probably calling. All right, here we go. Street trophy, round 2. Coming around the corner. Melissa Hendrickson and Emily Fluette. Left lane, Melissa. From Scottville, 88 Mustang, the 950 dial in. Emily Fluette from Interlaken, 84 Monte Carlo, 350. The 945, we're almost heads up here, just 500 separating these two. Should be able to see who gets the jump on the light, if there's a difference. Once again, street trophy racers. Last call for round 2. Street trophy, round 2, bring them up. Once again, street trophy racers need to be dialed 8 seconds or slower and have your numbers clearly marked on your driver's side where we can see them. That goes for all classes. Oh, missing the gear is the Ford. So it'll be an advantage here for the Chevy right side. And she takes the win. Emily Fluette moving on to round 3. She had light advantage too with 128. Here's Jason Watt, the Ford Taurus from Bear Lake. Compressor engine service. Ford does 909. Taking on Tyler Jones Ford, 90 Mustang. Thompsonville, Cranky Racing. 9 flat dial, we're about heads up here as well. As you saw, the right lane Mustang got a nice jump on the light there. 088 reaction time. To the 394 left side, finish line, gets to the right lane, taking it 905 on the 90. Tyler Jones moving on to round 3. A couple of our young guns, teenagers taking wins there in the first 2 pair. XX27 left lane. The Chevy Silverado 4-door dials in with a 1032, taking on the Making Memories race team Blazer. Linda Jacobs from Brother, the 967 dial in. Red light for Jacobs. It's going to be a win for the left lane. Left lane 1009, 3 miles per hour. Probably still see Linda back though, 'cause she's got a buyback. She won first round. Lose first or second round, you can still buy back into the action. Here's Tom Hansen, 74 Dart from Branch, taking on Lonnie Puffer. 79 Mustang from Caliban. Puffer nails the tree. Good reaction time, anyway. 024. to a 284. Better light going forward. Win light for the low car though. Left lane ticket at 918 on a double breakout. As the right lane got there first, covered him by 3/10 to the finish line. Plus. Russ Culver, 60 Ford from Free Soil. Left lane to pick up. Dow's 1050. Street trophy match up here with entry 518, the Hagar Racing Chevrolet. Right lane taking it, 1043 at 65 miles per hour. Had the advantage there in the light, 030 to 260. Next up, Allie Van Noller, 79 Mustang from Scottville, a 970 dial in. They got Ron Carpenter, Mansalona, 70 Chevelle, Chevelle's at 825. And the Hikas Performance Lane. Gonna be a Ford leaving first here by about a second and a half. 3 bulbs in the tree. Nice. Not so much. Left lane Ford taking at 973. Allie Van Noller moving on. Here's Bob Bushin, 75 Malibu from Whitehall, a 999 dial in, taking on Dan Peterson. 85 Mustang for C. Peterson and Sons, 857 dial in. Let's have Force Engineering Juniors. Juniors, round 2 of the staging lanes now, please. Bushin leaving first here. Second and a half, 3 balls. And going to be a win for the Malibu. 127 extra time. As the red light came on for the Ford, so left lane taking penalty 3 on the 999. Bushin moving on to round 3. Here's XX28 Toyota Tundra. 1015 dial in. Mark McPherson, the opponent. Little Ford pickup. 4x4 dials at 985 for the racer out of Califa. Blarney Castle oil truck driver. He's got the advantage, right lane, 399 to 533. Right side. Out in front, but he got there first, broke out, handed the win over to the Toyota Tundra, covered him by 2/10 at the finish line. Too much, straight there. Here's Jimmy Thomason, 89 Camaro from Bear Lake. Got Drool Racing, April Ray Photos, a 970 dial-in. They got the H7640 entry, the Ford pickup. Beautiful white and green machine there. The 1050 dial-in. Juniors round 2. Junior for the Ford. Close race, 16 thousandths margin of victory at the finish line. The Ford takes it in the right lane. Dan Rubel from Bear Lake, 95 Ranger for Rich Marlin Racing. The Ranger is for sale, 897 dial-in. They got Mark Tossie, 84 Firebird for Pizza Plus, Cadillac. Tossie has the light here. 020 reaction time to the 154 finish line. It's going to be left lane Ford taking it though, 895 on the 97. As the right lane got there first, broke out by 800s. Left lane took it on a double breakout, went under by a couple hundreds. Right lane got there first, covered him by too much again. 1900s at the finish line, getting there first by. Here we go, Taylor Lee, Sault Ste. Marie. Oh, we got Matt McKinley. This is like a boyfriend-girlfriend race here, I believe. Sault Ste. Marie. They may not be after this round. They probably got the radios on. I'm not going to announce reaction time, but someone got a much better light. And that would be the right side. 143 to 349. Take the win by 900s. It's Matt McKinley, 938 on the 20. He had a 143 reaction time to the 349. Taylor. Last call, juniors, round 2. Juniors, Force Engineering Juniors, round 2. Last call, please. There's Jack McKinley. As his son just took the win on the right side. 87 Monte Carlo from Caliva, 12 flat dial in. 223X entry. They got Gary Stevens, the Byron holder of the 70 Nova. For Dennis Stevens, the racer out of Thompsonville. 8-10 for Gary. 4 seconds handicap start here for the Monte Carlo. Jack McKinley off the Nice reaction time there. Slightly better light going to the Nova. Who's got it dialed in? It's going to go down to the finish line. It's like left lane way out in front. Going to probably break out. No, he got there. Took the win. 12:01 on the 12:0. So it's a win for Jack McKinley by 600ths. 58 miles per hour. So a new buy run will go to 5:18. I believe that's the Hagar Racing entry. 5:18 is your new buy run Oldham Street Trophy. And we got our juniors up here. Ready to go for round 2. I believe they're making their way up here anyway. Last call, juniors, round 2.
Right here. Troy's trying to say something. It's like, they're all yelling at each other. I keep.
Missed his call. We already said bye.
You should have been up here first pass if you wanted to make 2 and it's like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it is.
They gotta be up here first thing for the first run. They waited until the last couple pairs.
It's all in the inside.
Yeah, because if you sent him, that'd be totally unfair to Gary Stevens. You have to buy a run.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have been one of the last one through if you wanted to make 2 passes.
Oh, yeah, you should be up here very first. I mean, it's not like there's just 10 cars in the class. There's, how many?
Not very good.
Oh, yeah, 15 minutes between first and last pair.
It's nice out there now.
We're on a time trial if you want.
E85, 86.
Yes. He's got both numbers on his car.
He's got E85 and then a line and then
I saw, I was
E86.
gonna say, I saw the back of it, he changed it to 86. So I put it in as E86, and I figured from here on out, I'm just gonna run it E86, and
What was that, Troy?
Settle that down now.
Yes, we are ready.
I'll get some new disc blades. Just speak someplace.
Still 5 juniors.
Scrape that.
David.
It's mile.
We figure out how the, what they in the bucket.
I don't want to do that on the track.
Looks like we're ready to go with
I don't
our
want to do that on paper.
round 2.
Be okay for concrete.
Force Engineering Junior Eliminator. What time is it?
We got new blades on. I'll get this. By hand, no. Just the one, you shoot one blade.
Here comes your first pair. Force Engineering Junior Eliminator, round 2 action. Darcy Levier, Blair River, Ontario. Twisted Sister. Yeah, Isaac Micus, Bear Lake, 1240 dialect. Micus Racing Junior Racer. Ready to buy run? Get her. So at 890 dial left lane, 1240 right side. This is your first pair. Tessa Levier and Isaac Micus. First pair round 2. Heads up. Here we go. The reaction signs both sides here. 086 left side. The right lane taking 1241 on the 40. Takes away by 1100s. Isaac Micus, your winner. Next up, Patrick Morris. All out performance skills. East Jordan. Racer. Now 815. Getting 9. The right lane. Mercury Racing. Soul Seeker. 1984 Island. Next up, John Root, the Evil Twin from Manton. About the 8 chassis from Rhino Motor. 888 dial in. Jaden Peterson from Netwater. C. Peterson is unsponsored entry. Jaden dials 980.
Randy Stojkovic won his bracket at the Ford Bash in Kentucky last night.
Ah, congratulations. Randy Stojkovic won his bracket at the Ford Bash in Kentucky last night. Jaden Peterson is right here. Bunch. 059 to a 495 out in front. She got there first and broke out though by 300 and the win over left lane on double breakout. John Root. Here's Gannon Doherty. 1224 dial in for the Farmington Junior Dragster. Fist bump from Dad. Ron Doherty. Take on Parker.